Touch of Gray Matter. I'm your host, Dave Sokolowski. I'm here with Barry 3D Carter and Thomas Patrice.
Hello.
As you might have noticed, the foursome is down to a trio because Zolsoff celebrating Ramadan still. So happy Ramadan to all the people that do celebrate that. Thank you very much to Jaybird Digital Arts for the overlays. Because, I mean, like, fuck, I have a mirror, so I know what I look like, but this whole overlay makes me look a lot fucking better. Trust me, so.
Just lie to him. Say yes. Say yes.
Yes.
All right, motherfuckers, what do you want to talk about?
The other story. Go on, Tommy.
My topic. I'm just pretending to be frozen because I'm waiting for all the insults to come in. But how come you guys look so dejected? Look at you two. My topic. You gonna talk again? He really believe we're listening to him? Why do we even invite him on this show?
And control
in your minds are not. My topic is some of the greatest boxers from the 1980s and the 1990s and how we remember them, and the one true sports icon, living or dead, who still hits topics of conversations whenever anybody talks about the sport or the person.
Okay. All right.
So for anybody born after the 90s, you can fuck off now, because I'm sure you're not going to watch this, because you're just going to be sitting here going, I'm not going to Google all these fucking people. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, they got nothing else to do.
For anybody that doesn't like boxing,
1927.
you know, this is going to be a fun-filled fucking half hour, isn't it?
Come on, everyone likes boxing, man. I used to watch bum fight.
You know what? I don't mind boxing, but I haven't seen anything good I haven't seen anything good since Tyson, to be honest with you.
That's what I'm headed for. Yeah. Well, listen, just before Mike Tyson, a guy, and God rest his soul, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, one of the best middleweights in the, you cannot talk about middleweights without talking about Hagler. Okay? There was Thomas Hearns. There are a lot of guys. But the reason I want to bring this up is that I think boxing is doing the roller coaster it always does. It has a rise and it has a fall. And ever since the UFC came out, ever since mixed martial arts have been, put on TV, boxing has taken a back seat. But let's really look at boxing. There are some guys out there, man, their hands are magic. And to watch them fight, to watch them move in the ring, to see the mastery of the sport, the way that they do it, you can't deny them their due. Like today's boxers, Gennady Golovkin, they call him Triple G.
Gesundheit.
Beautiful. Yeah, just don't say that to him. He'll knock your ass out. But yeah, I mean,
I don't even know who the fuck it is. I'll say it to him all I want.
And there you have it. That's how you upset the Jolly Green Giant. That's right. But I just want to take a look. And Dave, how about you? Who are some of the boxers you remember?
And again, that was the thing. I don't remember any of the boxers. I remember seeing obviously Mike Tyson. And that was the thing though. I never watched any of the pay-per-view fights. I couldn't be bothered with it.
Well, that's especially a lot of money to spend for something that lasts 30 seconds.
Well, especially after the first one, it's like buying a hooker. Here's $500. 3 seconds later, bye. But watching Sugar Ray at the Olympics.
Yeah.
And seeing stuff like that, and I know I'm going to get fucking flack for this, but the Mexican guy, was he Mexican? Colombian?
You're talking about,
Durant.
Chavez? Durant. Wow.
Yeah, Roberto Durant.
One of the hardest
him and I vaguely remember, their fights. And I mean, those were just awesome to watch. But I mean, the first boxer I ever saw was, and a lot of people from my era are probably going to be the same. You know, the wide world of sports. You know, ABC, Howard Cosell.
SS Howard
And
Cosell.
And he's talking about this young Muhammad Ali. You know,
this young brash boxer known as Cassius Clay. No, say my name right. Say my name right. Howard Cosell under that toupee. Is that a toupee? Love those two going back and forth, man.
You know, but that was
back in the day.
But that was the thing. That was the introduction that like a lot of people from like my era had, was seeing Muhammad Ali do that and have those interviews and everything else. And then it kind of just died.
Yep. Absolutely.
Well, you know why? You know why? Because a lot of people don't understand. They didn't see Muhammad Ali when he was younger. Because Muhammad Ali, when he was younger, there wasn't a guy with an afro comb straight up talking about only in America, baby, only in America. There was just Muhammad Ali, and he was the mouth, right? And before that, there were just a bunch of guys who would scowl, get in the ring, like Sonny Liston, the guy that Ali took the belt from. When you look at the evolution of boxing in that sense, right? I mean, Ali talked himself into being the greatest, but he also proved that he was the greatest. If you ever watch the trilogy between him and a guy that not a lot of people understand, a guy that Sylvester Stallone patterned his fictitious Rocky Balboa fight style after, Smoking Joe Frazier. I watched their fights when I was a kid, man, and then these fights scared me because these were two men who at that particular point in time didn't like each other, and they were fighting it out. Like this wasn't a fight like, you know, one guy's throws a good combination and he's on the ropes and you see, usually no, these were guys, the way that the commentary was in those fights was like, I think Ali's gonna kill him. No, I think Ali's dead. I think he's dead. I think he died and came back to life in the ring. I think, you know what I mean? These were real fights, right? One fighter that I loved watching, and just you mentioned him, Mike Tyson. I remember me and Barry, but back in Montreal, our friends, we used to, man, you heard Mike Tyson was going to be on TV for 30 seconds. Mike Tyson, he's knocking somebody the fuck out. You didn't care who it was. If Mike Tyson walked up to a old lady and said, money. Stop it, you got to go. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Mike Tyson would beat people like you know what I'm saying? He would beat people like, not just like they owed him money, like they said something wrong about his mama, okay? Well, hey, everybody, what the hell? Everybody else walking in the ring, and they got the entourage, got this, that. Mike Tyson came in with a tuck towel over his head, running shoes with no socks, shorts, and he just came in. So, Mike, do you understand the rules? I'm gonna eat your children. I'm killing you. I swear to God, you're going down. No, I'm gonna brutalize you, and then I'm gonna hurt you. Because you know what I want to do? I want to hit you so hard to push the nose bone up in your brain for like an extra $2 million. You know, and these were ghetto fights, man.
My biggest problem with Tyson, though,
right,
is he became a sideshow.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know, with Ali, I mean, like he lost the belt, he won it back, he did what he had to do. He almost went to fucking, or he did go to jail, didn't he?
He went to jail, yeah.
Yeah, he did go to jail.
Yeah.
He went to jail. He came out and he still kicked somebody's ass.
Yeah.
I mean, like
but here's the thing.
Went to jail for a reason. Tyson went to jail because he's a fucking idiot. Really.
Okay, Mike shouldn't have been in that room. Okay. But, with that, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave that alone. But
for everybody else my age, neither should Marion Barry. But guess what?
Damn. David's cold. Cold-blooded.
Right? Cold-blooded. Damn. But okay, so let's go back. So for myself, yes, I remember like the Ali fights and anyone that was associated with him, who he was fighting. And the difference with Ali, I think right now, as opposed to a lot of boxers now, is, I know I'm always about wrestling, about boxers now, is Ali was a complete package. He had the talent, He had the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
He knew how to market himself. Yep. And there's a lot of people that have the talent, but don't have the mouth to. Ali understood he had to make himself an on-stage persona, just like we do in comedy. You know, he knew his name was Cassius Clay. He changed, to Muhammad Ali. He started following the Brothers of Islam and Muhammad, and he really believed that. He wasn't making that a caricature. That he really believed it. But the best way to describe it is he turned it up like 1,000 when the cameras were on.
Yes.
He knew when Howard Cosell was there. Yes, he tried to take off the toupee. Who in an interview was trying to take off a toupee off a man? And Howard Cosell understood his part in that and played along with it. So Ali was a great hype man outside the ring, and that's what made him so great. And when he was in the ring, he fought more on average than boxers today. Boxers today do one, if you're lucky, maybe 2 pay-per-views if you're a big-time boxer, and you fight maybe 2 matches a year. But hold on. And Ali was fighting and defending his belt almost every month. Like he would do one fight, say, okay, next big match with Ali month later, Ali again. He fought more than anybody.
About Muhammad Ali. No, the one thing you got to remember about Muhammad Ali is that when he lost the belt to Spinks, okay, let's go two things. When he got knocked down for the first time, by Smoking Joe Frazier,
right?
The same night his jaw is broken, the man is standing there talking to his younger brother, going, "Tim, I said I want to get a rematch as soon as possible because when the jaw heals." Somebody breaks your jaw, you're in excruciating pain. This man is going through a massive headache. Okay, he's nearly passing out because they haven't given him painkillers yet. So I want to get a rematch because I need to get a rematch because I want to prove that I could take him. Okay, he wins the title back, loses his title to Leon Spinks, goes back home. His wife says, "Baby, gotta relax." He goes, "No, I gotta get on the phone. Gotta get on the phone with the manager. Gotta get that belt back because you know what? I'm the champion. He's not the champion. The next week he starts training for a rematch. That's guts. That's guts on a monumental level.
If you ever get the chance on Amazon, I believe it's on Amazon Prime, One Night in Miami.
Right, I want to watch that.
Yes.
It was fucking fantastic.
Right.
I mean, the acting was spectacular. It was believable. Like everything was just fucking phenomenal. It's a story of, for those who you don't know, apparently there was an actual night in Miami where Cassius Clay, Malcolm X, Jim Brown, and Sam Cooke, I believe was the fourth.
Yes,
right.
Were together. Yeah. And it's there. Other than the fact that they were together that night, the dialogue and everything else, there's no historical guarantee that this is what it was. But somebody came up with the idea of this could be what it would have been.
Right.
And seeing Malcolm trying to convert Jim Brown, sorry.
Right.
And, and Sam Cooke, and, Sam Cooke just being like, no. And then it was kind of like that time that it went from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali. Mm-hmm. And everything else. And it was like literally, if you guys get the chance, I highly recommend that movie. I thought it was fucking phenomenal.
Well, it's on my list.
And the guy that played Ali, just a brilliant job. Like all 4 of them did well. Like, all 4 of them were great for like Jim Brown character. I know he's been pegged to do something else, like I think in the Marvel universe, and I can't remember what it was now.
Okay.
But yeah, like it's phenomenal. Like you guys will enjoy it for sure.
I will definitely check that out.
Are you talking about the guy who's going to play Blade?
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah.
Oh, this person. Okay. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I can't remember.
Yeah, he was also in. Luke Cage.
Power Man.
Yeah,
it was
on Netflix.
Luke Cage Power Man. But the best thing that I like about, since we're talking about the character of boxers, the thing that Ali stood out with, right, is he was reachable. Even though, you had to go through a whole bunch of bodyguards and this and that, but when he talked to the camera, to a little kid in Montreal, to me, Muhammad Ali was bigger than Superman. I even had the comic book where he fights Superman.
Yeah, okay? Muhammad Ali versus Superman by DC. Yep.
And when you opened it up, everybody was in the audience there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody there.
You know what I mean? But here's my thing about Muhammad Ali. He was so reachable. And another thing, a lot of people don't know about Ali, okay? Okay, if you fought Mike Tyson, you became famous by getting knocked out by Mike Tyson. But if you fought Ali paid you, man. You made money. There was a guy, we used to call him the Black Adonis. Oh my gosh. He did an episode where he was an OSI agent in the $6 Million Man. Anyways, Ken Norton.
Right.
Ken Norton he said, I was so broke before I fought Ali that I called my dad and I asked him for money. And my dad said, baby, I can't give you this money because if you don't survive this by yourself, you'll never be the man you want to be. I was out of the Marines. I was out of the service. I had a kid. I started training at the gym. And I moved up the ranks as a training partner. When I got my USA title, Ali came after the title. But he didn't come after the title to beat me. He wanted to test me. Mm-hmm. Now, don't quote me because I'm going by my memory here, but he said one of the best things I ever did was to fight Muhammad Ali, because he said it. He said, once you fought Muhammad Ali, you made it. Everybody knew you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Win, lose, or draw. Everybody knew you. See, the things with Tyson, his opponents were so spectacular in the sense, okay, he fought an over-the-hill Michael Spinks, right? Because Michael Spinks was the linear champion from Ali's generation, but he'd never beaten Michael Spinks, and Spinks never fought. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So when you see these two fight, it's like, okay, yeah, Mike Tyson, how fast do you think he'll knock him out? But when you saw Ali get in the ring, like, it was just, there was love, man. Like, it's hard to explain. It's just, there was love.
It's two different things. You know? I mean, I think you hit it when show you what Ali had when Ali was training, right? Ali would have his own training camp. So when he went to train, he went and he got a training camp built out in the woods, so to speak. And it was a small little part of the town where, and the cool thing is he would come in there, he would train, he would open it to the public. So if you wanted to see Ali train, you would pay $1 at the door to sit down and watch Ali train for like an hour or so in the ring with a sparring partner. Name one other boxer that's going to do that in this day and age. Nobody, because they want to do everything pay-per-view. Ali kept being with the people, like literally like how The Rock would say, the people's champion. Ali was the people's champion. When Ali went to jail, because
what do you think he got that from?
Well, that's it. He's inspired so much. When Ali went from. Yeah, when Ali went to jail, right? Because his beliefs was he didn't believe in the war. So when they were trying to draft him in, and he says, well, I'm not going to go. And that was the whole big thing. They put Ali in jail, and he stood on his beliefs because of, because he was a Muslim, and he explained his beliefs, and he explained why. Right. He didn't want to go to the war. But hold on. So he never lost the title, because up to when he went into jail, he was a champ. When they stripped him from his license and all that, his boxer license, and he went into jail, he had to forfeit the title, but he never officially lost. So at that point, he was undefeated. When he came out of jail, and he had to go on this whole fight, he wasn't even sure if he was going to box again. There's a great documentary on there about that. And he had to go in, and he kept training, and he went after legally to the government, and someone saw his case and said, no, we held him, against it's illegal how he did it. Sorry, Dave, go on.
Sorry, but that's also why he fought in, like, Manila.
Yes.
And everything else, because the U.S. wouldn't let him fight.
That's right. And he had to go back and fight. So when he finally got allowed to do it on U.S. soil again, I mean, so many years have passed. He's aged. You think he's past his prime, but he was still undefeated. And he went back out there, and he was boxing, big matches month after month, where our boxers now do it once a year, right? So it's to show you how things changed. He didn't need Don King to promote his fights. Ali was great at doing that. Don King, as you said before, now seemed to make the main piece, and everyone else was like, the sidekick, right? Because they don't know.
Don King. The thing about Don King is, Don King. I'm not going to take nothing away from the man. I ain't going to say nothing bad about the man because I don't know who he's got. But anyways, I'm just joking. Listen,
only in America,
Don
baby.
King came in at a time, exactly, and he knew how to promote himself, but he weaseled his way in. See, before Don King, there was one heavyweight champion, and that's the belt everybody fought for. Mm-hmm. As it progressed, more associations came out, and Don King put himself at the forefront of each, because what he would do is he would go around and collect the boxes. You can't fight nobody unless I give you that fight, baby.
Yeah.
Right? But getting back to some of the greatest boxers.
You're listen to a man who stuck a fork in a fucking outlet to do his hair every morning.
On purpose.
Only in America, baby.
And that's a joke. He did that on purpose. He did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Once again, there's a great movie called Only in America, which is the Don King story that covers all of this.
And Ving Rhames is in it.
Oh, Ving Rhames is amazing as Don King.
He's amazing. It shows everything.
Sorry, just to go back before I'm in trouble for misquoting. The guy that played Jim Brown was Aldous Hodge.
Oh, okay.
He was playing Hawkman.
Yes.
The Black Adam.
Yes. Sorry. Yes. Right. Okay.
Oh, the Black Falcon.
No. Okay.
Hawkman in the Black Adam movie.
Hawkman.
Hawkman.
With the mace, Thanagar.
They made Hawkman black in this movie?
Well,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's going to be. He's going to be. The movie's being shot right now with Dwayne Johnson playing Black Adam. Oh, it's going to be so good.
I know.
Yeah, but so going there, Ali stands out the biggest time. And you think, and this is what gets me, with Tyson, you think he would have a little bit more flavor to promote himself like Ali did. Right? Because do you know who his cousin is?
Who's getting yelled at? Who's getting yelled at? Who's getting yelled at? I just heard something.
No, it's probably me.
Okay.
Yeah. But do you know who his cousin is? Do you know who Mike Tyson's cousin is?
No.
Sylvester Stallone.
No. His cousin is a very popular rapper. No shit.
Who?
Vinny. His cousin goes by the name Vinny, Naughty by Nature. So you have Trench.
Get out.
Look at Vinny. It's
they look
you
alike.
Have Trench, the main rapper from Naughty by Nature, and you have the shorter, stockier guy, Vinny. Vinny is Tyson's cousin. They don't put it out that often, but yeah, that's his cousin. So you figure that if your cousin is so great on the mic that he can turn around and say, hey man, let me give you some skills of how you should personify yourself to kind of get more out there, not to take away from your image, but to help you. So this way you don't need Don King, right?
And also at that point in time, does that not say how much of a fuck up you are that even your own family is just sitting there going, I'm not going to go near you.
It's not even that. No, it's not even that. It's Customato, the guy who trained Mike Tyson, was of the era of the manager talks, the boxer does. The boxer does all the pictures, shakes the hands, kisses the babies, goes in the ring, wins the title.
Bites the ears.
The manager does all the talking.
But he had that reputation.
Tigers and stuff.
But I think that's the whole thing.
No,
myself, as a casual fan, I mean, I'm not a hardcore fan like you are, Tom. But as a casual fan, I'll watch a good boxing match. And I find that when you get higher up the ring, everyone tries to, not the face. I watch Rocky. No, I watch Rocky. I watch Creed. Yeah. So when you see it getting raw, I want to see that live. And Tyson does portray that in the ring. Tyson did an exhibition match. Was it last year? Or Roy Jones Jr. And everyone's like watching that fight.
Did you see that fight?
Of course, we talked about it, a bit. And every time with Roy Jones Jr., he would throw a punch and then look the other way. Like he would punch and run, like literally. And Mike Tyson was like, okay, I got you. And then Mike would go at him like full force, and hit him. And then after the match, it was like Roy Jones Jr. was always worried about look like you didn't want to get hit in the face. I mean, I don't want to get hit like Tyson.
Okay.
Sorry, didn't he knock out a wrestler last week?
Oh yeah, on AEW. Yeah. Oh. Tyson showed up on AEW to help out Jericho's faction, which is called the Inner Circle. So when the Pinnacle, the other faction that was coming out to wrestle, Mike Tyson was there as the special enforcer. So one guy grabbed Sting's bat and he was going to hit him. And then Tyson went in there to give him a hit, but Tyson, I guess, miscalculated and he got a little bit too close. So the guy didn't catch his fist. He caught his forearm on his chin and poof, down he went.
Oh, yeah. No, like you could see that he got fucking tagged. All right. Yeah, but there was also a fight on the weekend, wasn't there? There was a huge boxing match that I believe took place this weekend.
Oh, was the what's his name?
Jake
one
Paul.
of the Logan brothers.
Jake Paul against whoever the fuck it was.
Yeah, he was YouTuber.
Dan Erskine. The guy got knocked out. The guy got knocked out by this Dominican guy.
What Dominican guy? Jake Paul knocked him out.
Well, there's more than one fight that night.
Jake Paul knocked the guy out.
There was more than one fight that night.
But the guy who was fighting was an ex-UFC fighter. Okay, he was talking smack about this one guy. He was talking so much smack about, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. He's not a great wrestler. And then the Mexican guy, I think he's gosh. Anyways, he's Hispanic. He's a Latino, and the guy just said, "No, man, I don't like this guy, man. You know, I'm not just gonna knock him out. I think I might just kill him." That's it. The other guy, Dan Ashkin, whatever's going on about, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Then come time to fight, Dan is doing all his moves and stuff. The other guy's like, he has his hands up against the fence. He's holding on. The bell goes. He comes running out, jumping knee, bam, knocked this guy off cold. Dude was down there with stiff hands, like. My man was got down on his hands and he says, "You're gonna do something to me, man? You're gonna do something, huh? Huh? Look at you. Can you see this guy? Open your eyes. This is reality." Damn. Anyways,
I'm all about like knowing your limitations, and the fact that this YouTuber,
Jake Paul, whatever.
Yes, Jake Paul. Sorry, I had to read his fucking name again because I don't know who the fuck he is. He's a rapper. He's a boxer. He's a YouTuber. He's
everything. Yeah.
Listen, it's today's generation, man. No, they're good boxers. I'm not gonna say anything about them. For the average guy, they're pretty good. But now his brother Logan Paul wants to fight. Oh gosh, what's his name? Mr. Undefeated. Oh Jesus.
Oh, Floyd Mayweather.
Look, let me just tell you something straight up. Don't do it, okay? Don't do it.
No, do it.
No, don't do it.
Here's the adage, because first of all, the two brothers, right? The Paul brothers, Jake Paul, Logan Paul. You know, they come off douchey. Okay, whatever. Watch them, not. Everyone's got their opinion on them, but these guys have been fans of boxing for years, right? His brother, I can't remember, Logan or whatever. You got Jake Paul. Anyways, the other brother, one that didn't fight. He has a boxing ring in his backyard.
Yeah.
For years, not a couple of months. And he boxes on a regular basis. He trains. They both do. It's just that the younger brother is able to
barbecue in my backyard. I'm not going to challenge like fucking Gordon Ramsay to a cook-off.
No, but they train. They properly train. No, but here's the thing. They properly train. Now, what's you were saying
before? Off, baby. I think I can hold my own with him. Go ahead, call me a donkey, you cunt. Let's see how you do.
Oh shit! But that's what's missing from boxing to a certain degree, right? Because
it's the razzmatazz, man.
Thank you. That's what's missing. You put Logan Paul in there. He's going to bring all those little YouTubers. You're going to bring the next generation.
And that's what that's what you need.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Let's
because
talk
it's boring
for a second. Mm-hmm. But let's talk entertainment for a second.
Okay.
Who made the boy bands of the 80s? Come on. Jazz hands. No. Who made boy bands of the 90s and the early 2000s famous?
Don King.
A bunch of screaming a bunch of screaming little girls, right? Fine.
Yeah.
It was their parents who really made them famous because they want to please their kids. Their kids want to go see these people. So Jake Paul fighting, or Logan Paul fighting Mayweather. Mayweather. It's great. It's gonna be a great fight. But all I'm saying is,
you're right. It's missing the hype.
Is it going to be a great fight?
All I'm saying is, it's going to be ass whooping.
Is it going to be a great fight though? No. That's like me walking up and punching a 3-year-old. Yeah, yeah, I won, but really,
no. Hey, man, listen. Floyd Mayweather fought the other guy from the UFC. Okay, the Irish guy,
Conor McGregor. Yeah.
And Conor McGregor said there were a couple of times in the ring when he knew that if he wanted to, he could have ended it. Okay. You know what the scary thing is? A guy like Conor McGregor, who was an above-average athlete, says just boxing with Floyd Mayweather. There was a moment he could have ended it. Now, no offense, Logan. There are going to be many moments when he's going to end it, but he won't. He's going to beat you. Okay?
Sorry. You mean Mayweather said that about McGregor, not McGregor said that about Mayweather? Because didn't McGregor lose?
Mayweather said, for a guy who's done UFC and he's not truly a boxer, he did really well. Yeah. He really had me a couple of times. You know, he outmaneuvered me. He did really well. But then McGregor gave him his due. He said there were a couple of times where I knew that if just the movement, right? Like I was open, and if he wanted to, he could have, and it would have been lights out. But he was a gentleman, and we boxed properly.
Sorry, I thought you were saying like McGregor was saying he could have ended it. Like McGregor could have ended it. I'm like, did he not fucking lose? That's like me saying, you know what? I almost tied Doug Ford in the fucking election, except I didn't run.
Well, okay.
But I could have ended it at any point of fucking time.
Right.
There's a joke in there, but I'm not going to do it because Dave doesn't have to run to catch you. Dave will wait outside your house. No, but listen.
Yeah, but McGregor, that's what McGregor bought. McGregor bought the fire.
But that's what I'm talking about. McGregor brought the fire. And McGregor, I think Dave's losing it. McGregor brought the fire, and McGregor is a great talker. And going back to it, that's what Muhammad Ali brought to boxing. And boxing has lost that because too many people are waiting for a manager to talk smack. When you get to the UFC, I love watching UFC weigh-ins. I love watching press conferences because you see two people who really just don't like each other's ass. And you damn well know somebody's going to get either knocked out or they're going to the hospital for a couple of months. Okay? That's the way boxing used to be. It used to be two men step in the ring. Okay. Straight up front door.
Let's not talk about the way things used to be because, the way things used to be wasn't always that fucking great. Right?
True.
Yeah, true. But I'm just saying, for a sport, you need to be bigger than life. And I get Thomas's point that with the boxers these days, I don't know them. I don't hear anything from them.
And these days especially, you have to be bigger than the next big thing. You have to have the 1 million followers. You have to have everybody liking, subscribing, and telling everybody about your videos. You know where to find them.
So like us and subscribe us and find us. Touch of Gray.
Tell your friends. So they can tell two friends, and then they can tell two friends, and so on.
So on.
And if you're our age, you got that fucking reference. That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. No, because when EFW or Touch of Gray Matters talks.
Right now is the champion.
I couldn't tell you.
Excellent. Anyways, for A Touch of Gray Matter, I'm your host, Dave Sokolowski, with Barry 3D Carter and Thomas Patrice. One day we'll figure out how to use fucking Google and figure out who the fucking champion is. But to be honest with you, I think even right now, the champions of today, with all their technology and everything and whatnot, it would be like that Rocky 3 moment where Drago's got Rocky 4. Yeah, Rocky 4000, where Drago was using all the technology and everything else, and measuring like how hard he can punch and whatnot. And then you go back to Rocky, and he's like, fucking a cow and running up a hill.
Listen, hang on a second. Hang on a second. There's a point in that movie. Hold up. There's a point in that movie that's a little bit too unrealistic. Here's my boy Ivan Drago running around a gymnasium, okay? Rocky running down a road. He want to lose some KGB agents that are behind him in a really old freaking Mercedes. So what does he do? He puts on his extra heavy winter boots and runs up a mountain. Not a hill, not a little deluge, but a mountain. Gets so high in the mountain, he kept there screaming, Drago! I'm thinking, this motherfucker got lost. He got hit in the head so many damn times, he didn't know where the hell he was going. What the reason he's calling Drago is because he's so cold.
Because he's the only guy who knows in fucking Russia. Anyways, folks, thank you very much for watching us. Remember, there's a lot of great people out in this world, and if you can't find one, be one.